TMP Worldwide, our creative philosophy is pretty straightforward. We believe that the actual physical, tangible creative product, be it a brochure or a website or a dynamic banner, is really just nothing more than the visual representation of a much larger strategy. We believe that effective creative has to be driven from a marketing standpoint. We have to understand clearly what the challenge is before we even start thinking about what the deliverables are. It's really a philosophy we've incorporated from the consumer advertising world that we've ingrained in our staff through the years. It's interesting that some of the competition is catching up with that belief, and I believe it is the right way to develop creative. What we look at are agencies that give away creative free. From a philosophical standpoint, we think that's almost criminal, because what they're saying to a client is, we don't value your communications program enough to invest in the resources internally to have the creative staff that can really generate dynamic and more importantly, effective creative. We've been doing this for years and years. We've won more awards than anybody else, and I think that's recognition of our approach. We don't even start the creative process until we have the research done. Our creative directors are all experts and marketing professionals, and I think it's demonstrated in the work they do every day. I think the best client partners are those who really have extremely high expectations of the creative process. Those who really look at creative development from a marketing standpoint more than an HR standpoint. Clients who give us access. We can't do our job if we don't really understand the organization, if we can't get in there and talk to the people, talk to the employees, and really do our homework before we start developing creative. And I think probably the best client partners are those who hold us accountable. You know, we're being paid to do a job, and we do it very well, and we need to constantly track it and measure it and make the adjustments when necessary. And again, those who really value the impact of good, effective creative.